Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to another episode. I'm Aley, Intuitive Healer, Mama of Four. Welcome to another episode. Today's a really exciting one. It's just come through to share something that I learnt and listened to on one of my favorite Audible my Audible books. And it's Jen Gottlieb's Be Seen. For me, as an intuitive, being seen for my spiritual gifts has not always come easy. Being able to be seen and talk about like the visions or the downloads or anything spiritual, because it can be considered woo-woo or it's different. It's taken me a while to really truly step into this. So today's episode, I wanted to talk about that confidence and being able to have confidence for 2024. And I hope this story here that I share with you will help that. In this ebook, Be Seen, Jen talks about writing a badass list. And I absolutely love it. So when your confidence is waning and you think, who am I to do this? Or you have imposter syndrome coming in, or you're feeling less than, or you're feeling unworthy, go back to your badass list and you will know, actually, you are pretty awesome, right? So I want to share my badass list on this. And it's not to skite at all. It's to show you what it is that makes me me, and it's to show you and give you an ideas of what you can do for your list as well. It's incredible. It's something you go back to, and when I'm feeling like, oh, maybe it's not for me or maybe I can't do it, then I go back to my list. So my graduation list, I graduated from a Bachelor of Arts. I actually completed a degree. I graduated from my nursing degree and I got into theatre at my dream role as a theatre nurse. I realised my worth as a partner, as a woman, when I left two of my exes, one who was quite emotionally and just controlling. And, as I realised my worth in leading those partners, that's huge. When you realize, actually, this isn't serving me, and going and stepping out of that. That's huge. That's a lot of growth and a lot of courage right there. And holding 2 women's circles in one weekend. I was inspired to do this, and there was a lot of growth. There was a lot of tears shed. There was a lot of unworthiness felt, and who am I for the whole week, a lot of tummy upsets. But I did it anyway, and I've pushed through that fear. And organising and holding in a magic circle at Avebury House with a girlfriend, Naida, we managed to there were 5 beautiful women there. And it was so magical. So actually just doing that, and I wanted to cancel so many times. Launching this podcast, even though it's not quite perfect, it is so exciting that I'm actually doing it. I'm actually allowing spirit to come through, and when I feel guided or when I feel inspired, that I just get on and do it now, because I know I am guided. And that's the beauty of being able to have that confidence, is to actually know I am worthy, know I am guided, and I can step into it. Been able to create my first ever workbooks, and I'm in the process of making a website as well, and to be able to offer these workbooks about self-love, about self-worth and gratitude and meditation. So keep an eye out there, and I will be launching them very shortly. Also completing all my Reiki training right through to Masters. And another big one that's not on here is actually like following the moon cycles and wanting to go deeper within me, wanting to grow myself, taking ownership of me, my triggers, my background, my growth, I take ownership and know now I create that in co-creation with this universe. Standing up for myself and knowing who I want to be friends with, knowing what I will put up with, or knowing actually this doesn't feel right, it's not gelling anymore. That was a huge lesson for me last year, realizing I don't need to be validated by anyone anymore. Huge growth. You can see why all of these are on my badass list, right? Encouraging my daughter Nikita to go on Brainbusters. She had an incredible time, and so that I did not put any of my limitations or fears on her. Encouraging her to try and to experience it for herself. You never know until you try. And that's something that we try to do with all 4 of our children, is to encourage them to at least give it a go. You know, whether it's for you, it's something you can grow from, you learn from, always, whether it's for you or not. You step into it and you try it anyway. My growth following moon cycles, I have got it on here. My willingness to be the best for myself and for all of those around me. That is huge. I'm willing every day to be 1% better. That's a huge part of listening to the audibles when I drop off the children to school and I do my journaling. I'm always striving for just that little 1% better, a new idea I can implement. And it's taken my 40 years to truly understand that I am a magnificent being. I'm having a human experience. I'm expansive and I can create. And it's taken me 40 years to get here to know that I am truly worthy of whatever I desire. And you are too. Can you believe it? Writing out your list, every single accomplishment. And then when you are feeling less than, for whatever reason, ask yourself, what is this telling me? You could be coming up against a self-limiting belief. You could be coming up against a block. You could be coming up against somebody else's ideas that they've put into your head, programming. You could be coming up against fear, which is really false evidence appearing real. Ask yourself those questions when you're feeling that. Why are you feeling it? Explore it, journal it down, whatever comes up, and there's no right or wrong. Journal it. Write it down, get it out. And then when it's on the page, you can see whether it's right and true or whether it's something else. Actually, that reminds me of a quote I heard the other day, is that we are the space between our thoughts. So when you start to become an observer and you start to become aware of those thoughts and what they're coming in, you start to then identify that those thoughts they come and go regardless. It's whether you attach to them. And if we are the space between the thoughts, that means that you can use your thoughts to create the life that you desire, to heal your body, to heal your relationships between everyone around you. It's incredible. And baking and cooking from scratch I've also put back to my badass list. And I made a fantastic meditation with the music pairing for the women's circle that I held. We'd hide out the venue and the pairing, allowing myself to just be that vessel for spirit to work through. And the music came to me, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I second guessed myself 1,000 times before I went to the circle. But I kept getting that intuitive nudge, okay, yes, okay, I'm meant to have that there. And so I rolled with it and I was like, hey, look, what's the worst that can happen? I'm sure the ladies will be understanding. And they loved it, and they all received such beautiful desired results from it. So meditation where we connected to the womb and the messages that the women had there, they're connecting to the heart and the messages that your heart wants to tell you. Meditation went through the throat of where you haven't spoken your truth, where have you felt you could not speak, and your third eye and holding on to old grave. What are your intuitive nudges showing you? Where have you listened to your intuition before? Because we all know what it is. We all know. We've all had experiences. Another journal prompt for you. Let's just come through. When have you listened to your intuition? What did it feel like? And what was the desired result? When have you not listened to your intuition? And what happened from there? Again, there's no right or wrong. There's always those lessons and experiences that we can learn and grow from. We are always constantly evolving and growing. And then lastly, we're connected to the crown, which is being able to connect and bring in that gratitude. It was just so beautiful. So there's my badass list. I encourage you to write your badass list as well. You, my love, are such an incredible person, incredible soul. You are worth more than you think. You are so worthy. You are so enough. And you can create anything and everything you desire. Absolutely everything is coming your way. Yeah. And if you'd like to have a free 30-day trial of Audible, I will pop the link in down either below this video or below this podcast, depending where you're watching from. And you're able to try out the 30-day membership for free. It's a membership that I absolutely adore, always forever. And just reach out to, if you want to have a list of the books, the Audible books that I have, they're all personal development, there are so many there. If you'd like a list of them, please reach out and I'd be happy to share whatever you're working on. I've probably got an audiobook too recommend to you, whether it's self-confidence or whether it's getting in touch with your body, which Lisa Lister is fantastic for that, and self-sorcery, or whether it's confidence or connecting with spirit guides. That one would be like Gabby Bernstein and Super Attractor. There are so many incredible audiobooks there. Let me know and I'll get in touch. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a fabulous day. I'll see you all again soon. Mwah.
Thank you for listening to my mum's podcast. We hope you learned something new. Remember to comment and leave a review.
And remember, you are worthy and you are enough.